when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. One is loved because one is loved. No reason is needed for loving. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. So I love you because the entire universe conspired to help me find you. The secret of life, though, is to fall 7 times and to get up 8 times. Waiting is painful. Forgetting is painful. But not knowing which to do is the worst kind of suffering. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. If pain must come, may it come quickly, because I have a life to live, and I need to live it in the best way possible. If he has to make a choice, may he make it now. Then I will either wait for him or forget him. Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. Everything tells me that I'm about to make a wrong decision, but making mistakes is just part of life. What does the world want of me? Does it want me to make no risk? To go back to where I came from because I didn't have the courage to say yes to life? Remember that wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second encounter with God and with eternity. When someone leaves, it's because someone else is about to arrive. Love is an untamed force. When we try to control it, it destroys us. When we try to imprison it, it enslaves us. When we try to understand it, it leaves us feeling lost and confused. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. No matter what he does, every person on earth plays a central role in the history of the world, and normally doesn't know it. We can never judge the lives of others because each person knows only their own pain and renunciation. It's one thing to feel that you are on the right path, but it's another to think that yours is the only path. When I had nothing to lose, I had everything. When I stopped being who I am, I found myself. A child can teach an adult 3 things: to be happy for no reason, to always be busy with something, and to know how to demand with all his might that which he desires. When you find your path, you must not be afraid. You need to have sufficient courage to make mistakes. Disappointment, defeat, and despair are the tools God uses to show us the way. When we least expect it, life sets us a challenge to test our courage and willingness to change. At such a moment, there is no point in pretending that nothing has happened or in saying that we are not yet ready. The challenge will not wait. Life does not look back. A week is more than enough time for us to decide whether or not to accept our destiny. Tears are words that need to be written. Don't give in to your fears. If you do, you won't be able to talk to your heart. If I am really a part of your dream, you'll come back one day. The 2 hardest tests on the spiritual road are the patience to wait for the right moment and the courage not to be disappointed with what we encounter. There are moments when troubles enter our lives and we can do nothing to avoid them. But they are there for a reason. Only when we have overcome them will we understand why they were there. This is what we call love. When you are loved, you can do anything in creation. When you are loved, there is no need at all to understand what's happening, because everything happens within you. None of us knows what might happen even the next minute, yet still we go forward because we trust, because we have faith. People are capable at any time in their lives of doing what they dream of. We are travelers on a cosmic journey, stardust swirling and dancing in the eddies and whirlpools of infinity. Life is eternal. We have stopped for a moment to encourage each other, to meet, to love, to share. This is a precious moment. It is a little parenthesis in eternity. When we meet someone and fall in love, we have a sense that the whole universe is on our side. And yet, if something goes wrong, there is nothing left. How is it possible for the beauty that was there only minutes before to vanish so quickly? Life moves very fast. It rushes from heaven to hell in a matter of seconds. But love is always new. Regardless of whether we love once, twice, or a dozen times in our life, we always face brand new situations. Love can consign us to hell or to paradise, but it always takes us somewhere. We simply have to accept it because it is what nourishes our existence. If we reject it, we die of hunger because we lack the courage to stretch out a hand and pluck the fruit from the branches of the tree of life. We have to take love where we find it, even if that means hours, days, weeks of disappointment and sadness. The moment we begin to seek love, love begins to seek us and to save us. I've been in love before. It's like a narcotic. At first, it brings the euphoria of complete surrender. The next day, you want more. You're not addicted yet, but you like the sensation. And you think you can still control things. You think about the person you love for 2 minutes and forget them for 3 hours. But then you get used to that person and you begin to be completely dependent on them. Now, you think about him for 3 hours and forget him for 2 minutes. If he's not there, you feel like an addict who can't get a fix. And just as addicts steal and humiliate themselves to get what they need, you're willing to do anything for love. By the river Pedra, I sat down and wept. I can choose either to be a victim of the world or an adventurer in search of treasure. It's a question how I view my life. People never learn anything by being told. They have to find out for themselves. Everything that happens once can never happen again, but everything that happens twice will surely happen a third time. You are what you believe yourself to be. If someone isn't what others want them to be, the others become angry. Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how the other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. I don't live in either the past or my future. I'm interested only in the present. If you can concentrate always on the present, you'll be a happy man. Life will be a party for you, a grand festival, because life is the moment we're living now. Esther asked why people are sad. That's simple, says the old man. They are the prisoners of their personal history. Everyone believes that the main aim in life is to follow a plan. They never asked if that plan is theirs or if it was created by another person. They accumulate experiences, memories, things, other people's ideas, and it is more than they can possibly cope with. And that is why they forget their dreams. Anyone who has lost something they thought was theirs forever finally comes to realize that nothing really belongs to them. No one loses anything because no one owns anything. That is the true experience of freedom, having the most important thing in the world without owning it. In real life, love has to be possible. Even if it's not returned right away, love can only survive when the hope exists that you'll be able to win over the person you desire.